Greetings, traveler.
Here we are, guys. So we are watching a Jeef game. We got Beast, Dragon, Naga, Pirates, and Quills. I'm watching it on Twitch, so I'm gonna have to do some fast forwarding. So we got a 20 armor. 20 armor, for those of you who don't know, getting more armor makes your quest easier. So instead of having to play 5 battle cries, you might only need to play 4 or 3. So it's a huge difference. Also, Sneed has the ability to add more death rattles, which makes certain quests easier. Probably Mana Saber here, because Mana Saber just helps you quest. Yeah, Mana Saber on the board. Bloop, 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 bloop. Then turn 2, we're just gonna level. So if we were to look at the types that are in Beast, Dragon, Naga, Pirate, Quill, we have seen that Jeef, oh, here it is. Jeef's pulling up Hearthstone deck trackers. So these are the stats you can access. I think this is premium, yeah. But you can look at play impact. So that's what Jeef is doing right now. He's checking which one drop has the most positive effect on the outcome of your game. So it seems that if you buy Rothhide, Null, Ominous Seer, and to some surprise ixxdeee, you have a lower chance of winning the game than if you're buying Mana Saber or Alley Cat. And Mana Saber, I really understand why it's so good. I don't understand yet why ixxdeee would be so low, considering it's very similar to the Mana Saber. Maybe Mana Saber just has support with Turtle and with the Hummingbird that you can take less damage, and ixxdeee doesn't have that, so maybe you just take a bunch of damage. Alright, so we rolled to see if we get a good one-cost spell. If we didn't, we would hero power, but because we rolled a good one-cost spell, we didn't hero power. Do you think people go into a demon direction? By having ixxdeee on the board, I mean, it's possible. Like, theoretically, I suppose. It's kind of crazy that that would push you towards demons, but let's not rule it out completely. But like, your one drop should have very little to do with what you're wanting to play, but yeah. I also don't know what he filtered on, right? He might have had all the data, or he might have just had the top data. Yeah, so this is what I mean. Temporal Tampering for 5 battle cry is just straight up illegal. He also has 2 battle cries here. I guess he rolls, yeah. Try to get another battle cry, he did get it, yeah. So Temporal Tampering is one of those quests that you can just build your whole game around. Now, because he had Sneed, having to play only 5 battle cries was insane. So that's one of those cases where at the start of the game, you get your quest, and then you can see, okay, can I play around this quest to win the game, or do I need to use my quest to get some advantage and then win the game with, you know, units? But Jeef can really lean on his quest here to try and win the game. Because Temporal Tampering is just sick value. You get so much money by it being able to double. So he finds another battle cry here. I would assume he just levels and buys it, because getting the... Oh, he just banks the money. Okay. That's interesting. Are we selling for that extra gold? Yeah, we are. And he holds it because he can double cast it next turn, yeah. Okay, so he stayed on tier 2 to try and complete it, because in my initial estimation, leveling on this turn would mean that you can still just complete your quests, but Jeef probably wants to complete the quest and have some spells to go with straight away, and you can't do that if you're leveling because you only have enough money to just buy units. So that's the that's probably the idea. That's the thought process here. I want to complete this really powerful quest, and at the same time I also want to cast a spell or two to go with it. So by now banking this careful investment, he sets himself up to get a really nice Temporal Tampering turn already. Sneed is good, not because of the hero power, but because of 20 armor. 20 armor makes your quest easier, as we've just seen. He's checking the tier 1 minions for how many battle cries there are. I think he'll end up buying the spell, because it's pretty favorable. We have Alley Cat, we have Seer. Okay, he's not doing it. Ooh, buy oil. That would be really fun. He had a pretty good success rate there. Okay, but he found this. That's good. And then we can probably tier and cast Chef, but let's see. So we're going to double oil. We're going to double investment. He might stay on tier 2 and just farm better spells for 1 turn. But you could also sell the money, level up, coin, sell a unit, and then Chef for 3 drops. But it seems that Jeef wants to just farm a little bit more cool stuff, get more careful investment, get more oil. That's so cool to see that he's not bothered with leveling too much. But he has so much money coming in now. This is really well done. I love this. It's one of those curves that you don't necessarily think of until you see someone doing it and you're like, oh well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But you just don't, you know, you don't like, oh, that's legal? I can just like not level for a bunch here. And normally that would be a death sentence, but because he has the double spell cast, he can catch up very quickly. He'll have a bunch of money to catch up with. But if you don't have this spell, if you don't have the quest, you won't be able to catch up, and this curve would be really bad. He hits the triple, okay. Yeah, he just double leveled and he's back on curve. Rascal because he has double spell cast. So he's not going to hold this for tier 5s. He wants the pirates right now. Okay. That's not the one he wanted. Is he leveling again? Yeah, I like that. That's so much money spent. And buffing HP on the guy that needs to die to give the bounty is a bit kick W, so I'll put it on the shield. But the shield, yeah, you'd keep the other one. It's a bit of a weird one. Man, that's so well done. That's so well done. 3 levels in 1 turn, yeah. He banked money with gamblers, and then obviously the careful investment and the oil, so that was really cool. Man, really, really, really well done here. Alright, just trying to soak it all in, take it into our next games. Alright, so now that we have Tampering on 5, I suppose he really wants to find the privateer, because the privateer will give him double bounty cast on top of the double cast, right? So I guess 4 times? He's getting 2 casts here, so there's more chance of him finding another one of those rascals. It's basically 1 gold, right? For 2 death rattles. It's pretty decent. Nala. Nala could stabilize him here. Pirate, Naga, Quill, Beast, yeah. Because the spell's cast twice. It's a bit weird though, he has 2 pirates. Alright, it's dodging, that's nice. Cleave, but I don't think he wants to trade that. Eh. It's a lot of nothing right now. The little monk has. I guess he just casts the 6/6 twice here on his shield and try to not take damage. That's a pretty good turn though, good tempo. So he's happy keeping that pirate on the board even though it's stealing buffs, because Nala is likely not going to be his end game here. Even though it's really nice, he's trying to go infinite, right? He's trying to just get the privateer for more bounties and try to get the Rogers, because Rogers with double spellcast is insane, right? He will just not run out of cash. He got a really good trade with the Sanguine hitting the shield. He's definitely stealing a bit of extra health here, but this is, regardless, this is super well done. Bigwig. He doesn't go that ham for it, right? Leveling for the Rogers because he's on 34. Okay. I think he still rolls, but it's scary. That's a really nice one, the double cast. You can play Hooktail here, yeah. You can keep Hooktail on his board as well. Oh my god. Yeah, Nagas are in. This is so silly because with... Ooh, Syllabus. I think we triple sell for that, right? Sell the Naga. Sell the Beast? Oh, he's not selling the Naga. That's weird because we're adding a Naga to our board, right? I wonder if that's... Alright, he's pulling Pirates. Still trying to hit Rogers. Bigwig gives him some value. So we have 20/20 in our hands. Probably want to buff the Bigwig. Sell the Rascal, that's fine. Yeah. Should play Bigwig first, right? No, I guess he doesn't want to get the Nala buffs on it. Alright, so he's just planning on selling the Bigwig soon. Yeah, a little surprised that he kept the Shell Collector. It's just a really, really solid turn again. And he did not have that much gold to work with. So now it's gonna get even better, right? He has all his gold. So he can now, you know, try to hit the stuff that matters. But Nagas being in is such a big deal because with Nagas in, it's so much easier to scale your spell buffs. Yeah, he's so healthy. This is what Jeef just does so well. He just has so much health here. Yeah, notice how he doesn't go for Azerite Empowerment there. It's because the stats that he could gain from the Azerite empowerment do not matter compared to the stats that he can gain once he has infinite gold. There it is. So he just wants to take the 1-cost spell that will give him more money so that he has more gold to roll for the Rogers, for the Privateer, because he still needs Privateer as well, so these bounties cast twice. It's a bit of a weird thing that he rolled the extra Bigwig, because now he just randomly has his golden Bigwig on the board. Right, Pants doesn't work because he double casts. Alright, opening up the Pirates just to try and hit the Privateer. So he's banking Rat Scale. This is something that I didn't do last time, because when I was in a similar position, not quite as good of a position, but similar. Ooh, the gold bounty, that's so good. When I was in this position, I did not really go for Rat Scale because I figured I would have too many non-Nagas on my board. But, oh, you got the Privateer, that's good. I just sell the Silvas, I love it. But it doesn't have to wait. Then he can end on the Elder, yeah. So, what was I saying? So he wants Matriarch. Matriarch is a tier 5 Naga that whenever you cast a spell, you add health to the board. 2 health, I think. And if he takes Rat Scale Rogue, you get so much damage on your Nagas. But Rat Scale does not buff non-Nagas. So by having the Privateer and the Rogers on the board, which are pretty core to this package, it's tough to... I guess Rogers might not necessarily even be core if he has enough money with Temporal Tampering, but normally, especially without Temporal Tampering, you have to keep Rogers on your board. So you'll have some pirates, but Jeef still thinks that the extra damage from the Naga is enough to buff your Matriarch. And obviously your all board. Okay. Armor up. Double armor Pog. Yeah, the purple one having to target throws you off a little bit. That's so much money. I love it. Matriarch is a 5, so T-Set can get it. But not right now. Okay. But he's scaling so much spell buffs here. This is really cool. Man, double casting that spellcraft thing is so cool. He still buys that. I'd be a little bit afraid of running out of money, but I guess he does have the bounties cast twice thing. Yeah, and there's a bounty. I guess the discovery is still pretty good here. We still need more Rogers and Golden Privateer. Money, yeah, we're not running out of gold. Whee! There is the Rogers. Okay. Small hesitation. I guess wasn't 100% sure if we wanted it. It looks like we are running out of money. God, he's too fast, chat. So there was the moment where he bought one thing that was a little... Yeah, he bought the Naga that increased spell. But on the other hand, he might value that so much that he's willing to run out of gold for it. Now with double Rogers and this golden Bigwig likely getting value, it's very unlikely he won't, you know, he's probably gonna not finish his turns anymore, which is a good thing here, right? Like he will just be able to go really fast and buy whatever he wants. So his board isn't bad, but it's just not scaling anywhere near as much as it would be scaling if he had the Matriarch. It's for that reason that he's just keeping this Nala on his board to scale and this Hooktail. Right, so Bigwig out because he has double Rogers now and Bigwig has done its job. He's targeting Naga because he wants that Matriarch. Okay, he has so much money that he's still happy buying this Meditative. This is so sad, man. He's rolled a lot. Like, he kind of deserves getting one Matriarch. Triple nice. Yeah, he's playing this without Bran. He doesn't need Bran. He's got plenty of gold. Come on. One Matriarch, one time. 2 Rat Scales sitting in a hand. Okay, now he could maybe run out of gold, right? Ah, there's more money. He could even turn that money golden if he had 2 spots, but nope. Oh, golden Hooktail, nice. That's so cool that you just, oh, nice golden Hooktail. Alright, we're back to 10 gold. Bank the Leroy, so we have something to end on. The money bounty is so satisfying. Especially because his privateer is golden, so he is getting 4 times the bounty effect now. That's so crazy. Ooh, and you can see that these bounties are starting to buff for a non-trivial amount. Because he has so much extra spell buffs. Yeah, we have 15 gold. We are not ending our turn, it seems. Which, again, it's totally fine. We have an all-seeing elder to end on as well. I would just think he's going to roll a bit to try and nab the matriarch or bank a good spell. Leroy is. Ooh. Matriarch is the Naga 5-drop that buffs your board for health. No, this person does not have the Blood Snout. That's actually... yeah, they're gonna die because of it. That's such a sad spot for this guy. He really needed Blood Snout to buff his board. Bounties are ×6. I think they cast twice from the thing and then 2 more from the privateer. So I think it's 4 times. You can pay attention to how many pirates he gets into his hand when he casts the bounty. I don't think it's 6. Yeah, this Nala is still doing enough work. He does need to get rid of this Divine Shield. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so good. He has to eat. We don't have to eat yet, right? Not yet. Yeah, we're not getting that. Even though that spell is technically better, it takes so long, we don't care. Maybe someone had Matriarch and they died, so now it's back in the pool. I don't know, man. Hooktail is a dragon and a pirate, so technically Discover could still find him the Naga, right? Alright. Oh man, that takes so long. Yeah, the spells, the 1-cost spells are decent because Golden Hooktail still. Alright, Nagas. He needs to roll. He doesn't have a Naga on his board anymore. There it is.
Nope.
Nope. This is actually just... This is so insane. The worst part is if you're rolling so fast, you might actually... Jeef's not going to skip it, but I might skip it when I'm rolling so fast. And you have so much money. There's a Charmwing. I wonder if he wants... No. Dude, yes. Wait. Look at his gold. Look at his gold. Look at his gold. He's out 4 gold right now, chat. 4 gold. 3 gold. Okay, we're almost out. 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16. We're back to starting gold. Man, that is... Again, right? That is exactly why he skipped on the Azeroth Empowerment earlier, because when he gets to this stage, it's infinite money. So investing in getting to this stage is better than just gaining like a 4/4. Well, more because of spell buffs and stuff, but still. So it's turn 14. I wonder, like, without the Matriarch, what is he gonna do here? I guess he's just gonna buy Scam, yeah. Oh. Here it is. Okay, Nala out. You see he's been waiting on this. He's got Mutinous, Eat the Shield. Yeah, he had this transition planned out. Okay, so he got this combo about as late as you could possibly get it, right? Turn 14, a lot of games are over on turn 14. So this will be a good... Like, how strong is it really, right? If he got it this late. He has 18 buffs on his spells. So every time he gains health, especially AoE, the rat scales will add like roughly 40 damage, right? Because he's got 18. So let's say he casts like a shiny ring. He's going to roughly gain 40 damage on all Nagas, which is insane to say it like that. He's actually going to gain more because of Matriarch buffs as well, yeah. T-set for more Matriarch. Yep. Okay. I guess he ults that Matriarch, right? Yeah. Seems a bit tough to sneak that in. Man, this is some proper flashbanging going on. Yeah, yes, Leroy doesn't have to buy the other one. Bounty. He's identifying that he has a purple one really quickly. And he just needs to target something on the board, so... Whee! So right now, honestly, the gold bounty is just very rarely required. he mainly just needs to get the spell buff or the buff bounties, right? Because the buff bounties are the ones that make his board get bigger very quickly. 1800 health, but we have 100% to lethal him. Okay, so after the smoke clears, he already has 600 damage on his rat scale and 900 damage on his matriarch. Pretty insane. So on turn 14, he had one turn with that matriarch and it already has 1000 damage. Pretty insane. Now keep in mind that he has double spellcasts quests, right? So it is going very quickly, but still. That is pretty outrageous. Alright, he's spreading out. Oof, got the golden matriarch. Take the spell buff. Whee! See the spell, buy the spell. Play the spell. See the spell, buy the spell, play the spell. See the spell, buy the spell, play the spell. Come on. Turn 15 oil for the boys. There we go. Yeah, he's not running out of gold, man. This is ludicrous. It's just cast every spell you can. And then position for Elder. So that he can just end on this Elder and then this cycle slot is already taken care of. His hand is full with pirates now. Look at that. Look at that chat. Or Nagas. I guess Nagas is his most common type. Yeah, he switched. That takes so long to get rid of everything. Telephoss is nice, but it might not be worth the animation. It still does it. Fast bounty. He's buying everything he wants and he's above 20 gold non-stop. Quite outrageous. Alright. So just positioning for Elder. Got his big minion. Yeah, his Rogers is technically more HP, so his Rogers could be in the back, but who cares? I guess his Matriarch could be in the front, but he had to micro manage this like very like... It's a one-shot, right? Now imagine if he found that Matriarch on turn 10 instead of turn 14. 4 additional turns of just pumping away.